Keep that applause going. Jamie Ward is next. Hey guys, how are you? I'm Jamie Ward, and let me just say, I'm from here. I'm from Atlanta, and it was tough growing up Chinese in Atlanta because I'm Korean. Here's the thing, people have treated me the exact same my whole life. I was walking out of the mall the other day, lady looks me right in the eye and says, I just want to say, you speak English good, right? And in my head, I was thinking, you don't. Here's the thing, I'm not too big to take a compliment, right? So I turned to her and I was like, oh, thank you very much. Here's my thing, right? I'm like this. I just consider myself American, right? Because I was adopted. My parents are white, so they look like all y'all. Not as much you two, but still. And if they're recording this note, I pointed at the black people. That's why that was funny to everybody, and the white people for that. I don't know. I get weird questions from my friends, and now I was adopted. I've lived here my whole life, and my friends always say, oh, you were adopted. Would you ever consider adopting if you had kids? And I'm like, if I have kids, absolutely. I want them to go to a good home, so that's... I'd probably have to adopt too, because I'm never going to have kids. I'm not good at talking to women. I'm really bad. I can talk like at you all from stage, but I can't have an actual conversation. I get too nervous. I'm really nervous. This is a true conversation I had with my ex-girlfriend one time. We were sitting on a sofa, and she goes, hey, Jamie, what would you do if you were the boss of me? And I said, I'd probably reduce your work hours so I don't have to pay your health benefits. Sweet girl, she gave me another shot at that conversation too. She goes, no, silly, what would you do if you were the boss of me in the bedroom, right? I said, well, in that case, I'd report you to HR. That's not an appropriate conversation to have with your boss. I'm not gonna get fired because you're a whore. That's me, and you all don't know her. I'm not gonna say my ex-girlfriend was a whore. But if there was a slut draft, she'd go in the first round, right? No, that's horrible. Surprising because she's more of a fullback. No. I'm not, I hated her. You all don't know. Here's the deal, right? Let's take down the facade for a second. I know there's a contest, and there's a whole bunch of people back there pacing like they're trying to go over their set thinking they're gonna win. I'm good, guys. I showed you that I can be a comedian, so I'm just gonna talk to you for the rest of the set, all right? Here's the deal. I'm quitting comedy in about 3 weeks. That's right, my life is going to shit. I quit my job last week. My girlfriend left me a month ago. I'm gonna walk across the country. I'm walking from Delaware to California. I've got this website. It's called Wander 4 Ward with the number 4 Ward. Jamie Ward, that's my name. You can make a donation there if you want. I'm supporting children's cancer. Part of that's going to St. Jude's. And I'm telling you, here's the weird thing, right? Like I was having this crisis moment and I thought, well, I'm just gonna walk across the country. And I put it on Facebook and it was sort of like this desperate plea for one of my friends to be like, Jamie, don't go, we love you. And the funny thing is nobody said that at all, actually. In fact, they've actually given me a lot of money too. I've raised over $1,000, so clearly my friends want me to leave. That's kind of a weird thing. It's so weird. And I got the idea from the movie Forrest Gump, right? Like Jenny leaves Forrest, and then he runs across the country. I'm sort of lazy, so I'm just gonna walk. But then I remember that movie has a happy ending at the end, right? Because Jenny gets AIDS and dies. So maybe if I'm lucky. You guys are laughing at that part really too hard. I swear, I came here to throw this competition because I keep trying to be here and the 22nd of April, that's when I'm leaving, and people keep offering me other shows and stuff, and I'm like, I want to stay around. I really don't. I don't care. So I'll give you guys a couple more jokes before I leave. Right? Do you ever walk in on your parents when they were having sex and they try to pretend like they're wrestling? And you're like, oh, that would explain why Owen Hart's laying dead in the corner over there. I wish I'd written that in high school. I wish I hadn't written that ever. That wouldn't have done better in high school at all. I'd take that. Okay, here, let me leave you on this. Do you know where the best place to go is after you have sex with a 13-year-old, right? Applebee's, eating good in the neighborhood, am I right? There's nothing that'll get the taste of a 13-year-old's tongue out of your mouth like buffalo chicken sliders, am I right? Up top? No, not at all? Okay. I don't want you to think I'm actually that kind of person that is that gross. I would never eat at Applebee's. That is disgusting. Standards. Thanks, guys. I'm Jamie Ward.